What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Commander Cycle video. Today we'll be reviewing the Marvel Legends Grey Hulk and Bruce Banner 2-pack. And here's the packaging, which we'll set right here. And then we'll set the figures to the side and get straight into the packaging. So for the packaging here, as you can see the Hulk and Banner right there. There's a little comic art in the back. You can see the figure here, Marvel Legends right there. Marvel Avengers Beyond Earth's Mightiest right there. Plastic-free packaging. Got a 3D render of the figures here on the left side of the box. Marvel Legends series at the top. If we flip it around here on the top, it also says Beyond 60 Years of Avengers. There is a comic art right here of the figures, which is the same blue art that's on the front of the box. Marvel Legends down there at the bottom. Here's the figures in the back, where you can see the accessories here that Hulk comes with. See the two figures here. And yeah, a bunch of like comic art in the back too. Grey Hulk and Dr. Bruce Banner and Marvel Legends at the top there. Bunch of legalese on the bottom, or near the bottom of the box, and yeah, look at the accessories. So for Hulk here and Banner, Hulk comes with two fist hands, which look pretty good, have some nice vein textures and everything. Got his fingernails and everything, and looks pretty good. He has this angry head sculpt, which looks great, actually. I kind of like this. I will probably be using this one, mainly in the displays, and yeah. The teeth, eyes, hair look great. There's a blue wash there. As you can see, there's a bit of blue in the grayness of it, or the kind of darkish gray black in the hair. Then there's this more like stone-faced look, I guess. I don't know, where he's just staring. Same kind of texture on the hair, except the hair's like a little bit more flattened down than on the angry face, with the angry face hair is more like all crazy and everything. Yeah, so those head sculpts looking really good. So we'll set those off to the side. He comes with these two, one like wide open hand and one gripping hand. The vein textures on here look good too, and like all the stress lines on the inside of his palm and on the outside, those look pretty good. Yeah, so you can put the pipe over here in either of those hands, and the pipe here is same reuse from the green 40th anniversary Hulk, I think. There's a giant open hole there, but you can see that it's like all like crushed there because that's where Hulk could grab it from. And he also goes with this ripped orange shirt piece, which is also reused from that 40th anniversary Hulk, I think, except it's orange here. It's got a bit of dirt speckles on it, which I think is pretty nice. Nice detail there. You can see some pouches and everything on both sides. Honestly, I like the dirt speckles. I think that's good. And then Banner, he comes with these glasses accessory, which looks pretty good. I mean, nice little like tiny accessory here for like world building, I guess. So I kind of like that. So this is good. Now we'll look on at Banner. So for Banner here, looks pretty good. His head sculpt looks nice. His hair and everything. The face printing looks good. I mean, like his eyes look like not like creepy or anything. And yeah, so I'm gonna put the glasses on here just to see how that looks. And overall, looks pretty good. I mean, you kind of just set them there. They'll stay on as long as you don't like shake or move the figure like aggressively, but they'll sit there and they'll work good. And yeah, he's got this shirt here, orange shirt, which has this blue tie here. It's going straight down. His belt here, I don't know why there's a hair there, but got some silver paint on the belt buckle and some blue parts around his brown belt, which looks pretty good. Down here at the legs near his jeans, there's some nice wrinkles here. He's got these brown shoes here, which have a bit of detail to them, which I like. There's these buttons and pouches on the side of his lab coat, also on the side of his wrists. And yeah, overall, pretty good detail on the back, just more wrinkles and like the line for his lab coat. So we'll set Banner aside here and take a look at his articulation. So for Banner here, he can look about that far up and about that far down. Pretty good. There is a bit of side-to-side tilt here, rotation all the way around. There's a ball joint up there at the neck, so could get pretty good movement. Your arm can about T-pose right there. Yeah, not much movement there at the arm. Bicep swivel. Double elbow can get you way up there. He can't go back about that far, which is, I mean, it's kind of weird. But there's side-to-side hinge here on his wrist, rotates all the way around. Side-to-side on this one, on that wrist too. So yeah, chest, he can go about that far back and about that far forward for ab crunch, which I think is alright. but the lab coat sticks out, which I'm not really a fan of. Thigh swivel right here can kick out about that far, and about that far forward. And double knee here, the lab coat kind of gets in the way. But I guess if you move it up here, that's how far you're gonna get. So we'll stretch that back out, and for ankle can rotate around about that far up and that far back. So not much movement in the foot area. But yeah, that was Dr. Bruce Banner's articulation, and now we'll move on to the Gray Hulk. So for Hulk here, we'll take a look at his detail, and here he is with the ripped shirt on, which I think looks pretty good. And yeah, I like that. And so we'll take it off here, and we'll just see if we can fit the pipe here in his hand. This one, it's a bit of a struggle. Like, you're gonna have to move his fingers and everything to try to push that in there. And I don't really like doing that because I don't want to like stress or bend any part of my figures, because on the box it's in this hand. But for me, I'm just struggling on this part. And it's like you try to put it in on the smallest part and it doesn't really work. And so usually I just end up putting it on the wider open gripped hand, which it'll fit in like that. And that way you could have him holding the pipe here. Yeah, looks good with him holding the pipe. I probably won't use this on my shelf display, but it looks good if you want it. So for the detail here, you can see all on his biceps, you got all these veins and everything. Veins over here by the chest. His abs are great. Wish I had abs like that, but you know, gotta work on it. Jeans here look good with all these ripped and tear down here like near the bottom of the shins and everything. Got his feet here with has more vein sort of detail here. More patterns on the back with pockets there. More veins up all over the shoulder. Back muscles right there. And yeah, his head looks good. And around the neck area has some sort of muscles there too, and sort of veins. And yeah, overall detail on this figure is really good. So for articulation, the Hulk can look here. Let me see if I can move the camera a bit. There we go. So he can look about that far back. If we'll move and push him back here so you guys can see. And about that far down. A little bit of tilt there. 360 all the way around. Back crunch can get about that far. Forward crunch about that far. He can hula hoop. Not as good, but I mean, don't expect him to. He has side swivel there on the waist. Shoulder can get about that far up, or the arm can. Bicep swivel, not too much. Single jointed elbow can get you about that far. Side to side movement on the elbow there. Rotation all the way around and side to side hinge on both of the hands. For the legs here, or here, he also has butterfly joints, is what I forgot. Is you can push about that far back. If you move the arm, you can push it just a tiny bit farther. So that's how far back if you want to use the butterfly joints. But his butterfly joints don't really work with forward motion. They don't really go that far. They kind of stop right here. So mainly back is how the butterfly joints work. I don't know if like Hasbro flipped it around or something, but yeah, I don't know. For the legs here, thigh rotation right there. Double knee can get you about that far. Yeah, there is no boot cut, which I'm surprised, but ankle can go about that far down, which is pretty good, that far up, and rotation there at the ankle. So yeah, pretty good articulation for this big of a figure. Now we'll move on to scaling. So here is Gray Hulk and Bruce Banner standing nice and tall next to each other. They look good together. And here they are to the other Mighty Avengers that I reviewed earlier, a while ago actually, with these, I forgot the name. Is it the Sentinel, right? And Thor. Here he is next to the Build-A-Figure Gamerverse Abomination from the Avengers video game. Looks pretty good next to each other. I'll definitely maybe display these by each other. I know one's comic and one's video game, but they look good and how big they are next to each other just fighting. And yeah, here they are to the other Avengers I have, which is the Gamerverse Iron Man and Captain America from the same Avengers game in Wave. And here they are next to the standard Black Series 2020 clone, which is the 212th Clone Trooper from the Clone Wars Wave. I just put them in here because usually I'm a Black Series channel, and yeah, looks pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. I will be trying to put out more videos in the weeks ahead. I'm sorry for not posting. The Commander Apple video should be out. I'm working on a few right now. I'm working on a longer video, which will be the Abomination Gamerverse wave. So that video will be about 20 minutes. If you want to go ahead and watch that when it comes out, please do. If you want, like, subscribe, and you don't have to, but if you really want to, you can. Go ahead and watch other videos that I've posted about other figures. Comment below if you like the Marvel Legends, or if you like me more with the Black series. But I have a couple of Marvel Legends Spider-Mans that I'm going to review soon, and I have a lot more Black series. I think I have about 6 or so. Yeah, I'll be posting those I'm going to try to do it like every few days, like maybe every 2 or 3 days. But yeah, look out for the collection tour.